Hello, chicken, as some people in the north of England say. We are back for the third map. It's going to be Nuke. Nuke between Team Liquid and United. On the positive side, I think it's a harder map to run around and just pop heads as Team Liquid were doing in the previous map. You have to have more respect and use your utility for map control, especially with people like Cooper creeping with a potential AWP on the CT side of, well, for eUnited. You're going to have to respect them more, otherwise you may find yourself behind. So I think Team Liquid have to come into this with the right state of mind, the right mood.
Yeah, I do.
Otherwise, they could get caught off guard.
I do also think Nuke is one of the maps that you get punished so much if you don't know what you're doing. Like, you're really going to get run over by these rotations. And I think, like you're saying as well, I think if Liquid plays the way they did on Mirage, where they are very aggressive in that sense, it will be fun to see what eUnited actually does. But because it will come down to good rotations on their end. And it will see. I mean, I haven't seen eUnited play Nuke, so I'm not really sure what to be expecting. But I am still somewhat expecting on their CT side for Vanity to continue the trend of what he's been doing on both Mirage and Overpass, of being that nuisance, of being aggressive, either outside, ramp, you name it, right? But I am expecting him to still be that kind of guy that is playing a little bit more aggressive on the CT side. Get some more information, get some more yeah, just some more information on like what they want to do, right? And for Liquid, I think that now you're just playing your own game. You're completely warmed up. This Mirage game is just completely shows, right? It's just the sheer skill difference and level that these guys should really possess in this matchup.
Oh, he's done it again, hasn't he? What happens if I press this button? Hear me anymore because I've turned off my mic.
I lose track. It's really difficult.
He does lose track.
It's really difficult
on everything.
But yeah, it's one of those maps where, as you say, it's kind of a specialist map. I think Nuke. It's actually interesting because Nuke and the Vetoes became really important because it became kind of this really powerful map to have in your have the ability to play, because everybody can play. These days, a Dust 2, an Inferno, and so on and so forth. Mirage, most teams will not be vetoing that. So Nuke, Train, these are maps which are really important. But anyway, enough about that. Moose gets taken down by Twist, not optimal. Lose your player towards that main position immediately. Vanity with a look in. And right now, United, it's difficult because, Robin talked about rotations, and they've had to rotate players because they've lost Secret immediately. They've lost information outside immediately. Now there's a creep up to the higher grounds here. They can get a boost going. And obviously, Vanity's down here by Hell. He's seen almost nothing. That's the first thing that he's seen. Nice kill, and he's understood now they've got that heaven position. But Food, in looking for some information, will get shot in the face.
Nobody likes to get shot in the face. The door is open. Stewie, good for 2. What a burst from him. That was unbelievable. And Vanity now is last man standing at the bottom of the ladder. They know where he is. He knows someone's going to creep for him. And it will be a leash to pop his face with the P250. Got some gliding going on the outside as well. All very nice for Team Liquid. That's the start they wanted. Put the CTs on the back foot. There's the initial engagement from Stewie. Second and third frag. Really nice. Very dangerous burst through the door. Those Liquid stickers look nice on the side of a Glock. But I made my Navi Glock with Katowice hollows, so... Not hollows, but stickers, but anyway. That looks too sick, I can't change it.
Got a Nova out here from Vanity.
A Noble Nova.
It's going to be fun. See if he can get something with that. The shotguns can be cruel sometimes, but this is one of the better maps for it, of course. Moose investigating towards Secrets, and Team Liquid are playing it fairly slow. You'd often actually expect the T side in a round such as this to go outside and try to work towards that heaven position, because once you have that high ground, it's hard to deny it if you're the CTs, and once you have it as the Ts, suddenly the upper bomb side is completely unlocked, and you have an amazing position to defend the bomb from as well. So it's one of the reasons why T sides do it, because it's one of the least... There's at least obstacles in the way. Now, looks like Liquid will not be going for that play. There's the outside smokes, and that's why Moose is here. He's here to keep this honest and see if these smokes are a lie or not. Are they really trying to go behind the smokes down to Secret, where you can see no? If he goes up a bit further, there it is. Gets to spot Elige, but Elige will spot him first.
That was a close one. A 4-man swing around the ramp position. Nobody's there to see it apart from Food. He sees at least 2, so the information is there. gets his bell rung, 20 HP for him. Twist takes control of control. Marky goes up, Marky goes down. Then he goes down one step further from the AK of Elige. Elige creeping, Cooper spots the second one, looking for a 6, but gets taken down from the 12. That leaves Food and Vanity with the Noble Nova. Trivia, I own a Nova. I own I think it's the Supernova, and it's called a Supernova because the stock has this system inside of it, which takes the recoil away, so your shoulder doesn't get blasted. For those of you who haven't shot a shotgun before, if you have like a heavy load, like you'd shoot game with, like Pigeon or something, you'll often find there's so much kick from it that you'll have a big bruise on your shoulder afterwards.
Doesn't sound healthy, James.
You get used to it. Your body adjusts. It's not every time, but like the first time.
But is it good to be like shocking your joints like that? And like so much so that it like causes actual bruising. Like that can't be good. I'm deciding that's not good.
Okay, I'm not going to challenge you because neither of us really know. So it would be the blind leading the blind.
Well, I'm less blind than you though.
I don't know if that really makes sense. I don't have cataracts, for example. So, but thanks, Dan.
Well, Vanity holding on to that Nova. Big bonus if you get a kill with this one. Lots of money.
Why are you hating people with glasses, Dan?
No, I was in your analogy. I was trying to be annoying in your little, not your analogy.
No, let me do the annoying.
The blind.
Let me do the annoying. You're not built for this.
So I wasn't talking about anyone's eyesight.
Oh, you're making some. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you completely lost me on that one.
Yeah. Well,
completely lost me.
eUnited have been lost on this round. They've got absolutely nothing from all of this. So Liquid storming forwards. Cooper, can he take somebody's weapon away? No, he can't. 3-0 then. So it's nice and smooth so far. And now we're getting to the buy rounds. And we'll get the AWP straight away on Cooper. He will not have any utility, which is unfortunate. But we'll have to see what plays they'll make. eUnited, it would be cool to see them try to be proactive, try to get some, be a bit aggressive, try to throw Liquid off immediately. Maybe an outside push, outside setup of some description could be an option. We'll have to see if they, what they decide to do. I feel like if you let Liquid just set up what they want, that you're going to have problems. Here's the classic HE and smoke combination. At least she's going to go straight into main. My God. Oh my goodness. Do they have any idea about this? At least manages to take down Marky on the actual bomb site. There's a drop off of the rafters. That's a smart move from Vanity, actually. This might actually pay off. Vanity keeps himself alive in this position. The HE goes out as well. He's still alive. I think he's getting sprayed through from the door position, but Cooper is holding it down, and now it's just Nafly left. What a chaotic situation, but eUnited, they've played it so well.
I mean, that was insane. I think he's lucky there, the CT, when Elige came out hot, because I actually think the CT might have been flashed and he didn't come in hot properly. Because he was looking for him. Sure, he gets the entry, and after that, I think the drop there into hot really saved. Here we go.
Yeah, that was very, very timely. I wondered if Elige might see him over the smoke. Oh, Cooper,
wow.
You cheeky boy. That must have been a really hard track for Twist.
That's an awesome round from Cooper, yeah. my word. Saved the day. There was some serious heroics in that round. Elige's play as well was just so intimidating. Just they had no idea that he was running in main to look for the kill there. And it's like, okay, I guess I'll kill someone on site then. But here we go. Once again, same opening in terms of the HE and smoke around the door. And we've got Naf down lower. Do they realize or do they not? It's one of the really hard elements about this map. Judging by the fact that they haven't committed any rotations whatsoever, I don't think they know about it.
Off goes the troop. Not too shy. Very, very prompt. And again, Liquid, just looking to seek and destroy, it feels like. The way they're sweeping. Not too concerned with conceding the information. There's no walking to be done here. Cooper waits. Cooper searches. He's not in the bomb site just yet, but you can see the wonder. The control smoke. Got to be careful walking close to the edges of any smoke these days. Again, Liquid, they'll surround the site, but are they looking for a response? Oh, look at that for an answer. Both close to the wall. Moose, maybe second firing. With a better play. Elige, nice from him. Really back and forth, lots of penetration kills.
Yeah, I love
40
the spot.
seconds 4v4.
It was very cool to see Liquid spot that with one player, and then the punish, the call that someone's up there for Elish to be able to take the frag, because Elish obviously couldn't see him whatsoever. So that's beautiful that they have a call for that. They clearly have a call for that. And here comes the push in towards the lower site. Stu doesn't know 100% which way to look. They're going to push from both sides. So once did he pick the right one? Well, it might not matter. Nitro gets the trade onto Stewie, or for Stewie, as the leash activates. But looks like eUnited are going to make a retake work out, and that's very surprising.
That's not bad at all, actually. A nice retake from eUnited, considering as well the positioning of Liquid. Like you're saying, I think ended up with Stewie not really getting the help he needed. He felt like he needed to peek both angles. Got a little bit wonky there, but...
Are eUnited going to be really sick in the next few months?
I mean, they're
playing pretty well.
I mean, I think that a lot of these players that's on this roster have been in talks about up and coming for a long time, right? So
sure, absolutely. But it's one thing like having players that are good or talented versus can they make this team work? You know, it's
exactly. And their problem too is that they don't play against any other regions almost, because they don't go to a lot of events. So yeah, sure, you know, it might look even now versus a team like Liquid, right? But how well would these guys actually do against Europeans, right?
Yeah, like Avangard or something.
Against a playstyle that they haven't really been playing against before. Because you can, I mean, you can kind of notice the tendencies, right? Of like, you can definitely tell that these guys have been practicing against each other somewhat. Otherwise, Vanity wouldn't be making these pushes if, you know, he wasn't comfortable in doing so. So,
yeah, having to adjust on the fly to an unfamiliar opponent is a particular set of skills. We've got smokes all over the shop. Got the Disney, we've got Mickey Mouse around the main position. Or Minnie, I guess, as we are in North America. Liquid forcing food away from his position. He wants to play with his team. He wants company, he wants comfort. He doesn't want to be lonely. Elish creeping behind the smoke in the meantime, looking to make some plays, but we still have a player in Garage. And he will cut him off. Moose makes some assumptions which are simply wrong. Vanity trying to trade for his teammate. Such an awkward fight down the stairs. Can he find two? He does. Slapping the heads of 3 players, in fact. But there's still a man advantage for Liquid, but he's made it doable, Vanity.
Yeah, that is amazing damage. Cooper comes in from Secret. It's going to take him a while to get there, but he's got plenty of time. The bomb's not even collected just yet. Oh, no, sorry, it's ticking away. What am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Indeed. Cooper will just hold the exits, and Marquette could be able to hold on to the AK-47, and they're really keeping Liquid's economy honest at the very least. They've made a lot of these rounds look really competitive, despite obviously being on the worst end of this so far.
The arset.
They have been. They are quite impressive. United. I would love to see where they go over the next couple of months. If we get any more growth from them, but they do look much improved. Since I last saw them, they look much improved, honestly. Like so
Happy
much
days.
better. Yeah.
I think you could probably say the same thing. I'm sure when it kicks off here, but same with like the complexities, the envy and stuff. The tier 2 scene in North America is getting much better.
Yeah.
What it was like even a year or 2 ago.
It's great to see.
Big push. And it's not going too well here for United at the start, and Naf's going to make it even worse. The rotation comes in, but it's very difficult. Okay, it's just over now, isn't it? Cooper can't do a single thing alone. He's going to fall back to CT, so please do go ahead.
Brute force from Team Liquid. It's interesting because if you go back many years in CSGO, I feel like we watched many teams, we commentated many league games where it was a very puggy style, a style which would work against a particular opponent in your region, for example, or a particular level of opponent, but may give you bad habits when you go up against Europeans and so on. But I think Liquid are at a point where it's like a genuine strat in their repertoire, and it's very different to how things used to be in that. They have the sheer skill to make plays like this, because it's just so hard when they've got AK-47s. It's just so hard to do anything about it. And if they can get away with this, and you can't like force them into awkward spots with strats, then it's kind of like the upper echelon of the stereotypical NA style, if you will, from years ago, where it was a criticism, but now it's a credit. It's really
yeah,
weird.
because they actually do it right now, you know, in
Yeah.
that sense. Like before, you saw, like you're saying, the puggy stuff, but there was never any thought process behind it. No frag, like no revenge frag, no nothing.
But they have synergy. They've got support flashbangs. They're taking map control, like on Mirage, they're pushing through to CT with flashes through the smoke and so on. So it wasn't brainless. It was quite the opposite. It was high skill, high IQ.
Exactly.
Very dangerous.
And it's one of those, obviously, kind of ways to play that only really works if your team is individually strong. As soon as maybe people start catching up individually again, you're going to start struggle. That's also why I really like the matchup, the Liquid Astralis, because we have a team that has a little bit more of that I just want to kill them kind of style, even if Liquid is tactical in that sense too. But then you have Astralis that is very much... I love that sound. It's great.
That's amazing.
But then you have Astralis that's just very tactical.
Taser into... Well, that's a quad kill with a taser in the middle. Gotta love it.
Not too shabby, is it? Not too shabby at all. Stewie is having fun. 6-2 for Team Liquid. Does it? I mean, it's still early in terms of score, and they're pretty much doing what I said they couldn't do on Nuke of all maps. But which is a really interesting test, if you will, if they're able to just overwhelm, but have the coordination to be in the right place to trade flag for their teammates, know what to focus on, and so on. It's pretty curious. Even when they're going towards Secret, they're just running. They're not terribly concerned. They just force it. So it's almost like in some points, because they're not trying to hide information, they're putting themselves in a worse situation and almost challenging themselves to fight out of it afterwards with coordination and team play and delivery.
Well, here comes a fast play into main. Vanity with the first kill. He's got cover as well. They're all looking for him, but he's going to try to delay as much as possible. I think he's doing a really good job here. Right now, Liquid are too concerned with his position. They don't have the molly they need. Oh my goodness, 2 headshots out of nowhere. Stewie and Nitro doing the Lord's work. 2 versus 2. And upper bomb site's held on to, but there's a minute left to go. In Liquid, they're going all the way down lower now with the bomb.
1 minute on the clock. Plenty of carnage to be had. Stewie, again, not shy. Just going for the fast plays, planting pretty much for everywhere. Great read of the situation. Nitro waits for a rotation towards the ramp. Food goes to Secret. Stewie's got the audio cues.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be a safe call here. eUnited has no information whatsoever. They have no idea where Nitro is. Stu at this point might be anywhere on the bomb side. A little bit of a shame. We were talking about that initially as well coming into this map, right? It's a 2-on-2 situation, but because eUnited's rotation was pretty off there, we were kind of expecting one of the members there instead of just staying at the A-bomb site to try and rotate somewhere a little bit faster. But it just didn't happen. The Liquid takes advantage of that. Nice little call there to rotate down lower. There's no need to keep fighting there. Even if it was Vanity, I think, by the CT vent. Did a really good job there in staying alive.
And a pause has been called. Tech pause, perhaps? 7-2 for Team Liquid. Blazing individual skill. Stewie's having a great time. Maybe it's time to try his config. So my sense is basically similar to Simple's now. I tried his res for a second. I was like, nah. I'm going to stick with native for now. I want to play 4x3 black bars.
Why don't you?
It's one of those things, right? And that's why also when you have these newer generation come in and just they start from CSGO, they don't have that kind of mindset of in like these older people where they play like the 4-3s and whatnot. You know, like
some do though.
No, that's yeah, but why would you do that when you don't really have that? I think it's one thing to play a lower res and you still use 69, but like why nerf yourself when you've never played, you know, an older generation on Counter-Strike? In most cases, you know, you have these like older players, they play these old reses because it makes them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe this is a question that's worth asking because like Ethan, for example, he plays 4x3 black bars, but he's got to be like 20 years old or something.
I mean, they do say like the black bars in general, for some people say that it feels more fluid.
He's 19 years old.
Yeah. It's one, yeah. But if you
I'm
look
gonna
at,
ask him.
I think all of Liquid, right? They play that. Is it 1440 or something? That's
there's also
4369 res.
there's also some advantages if you're a tournament player, because going from different PC to different PC, you're ensuring that you get something that's going to help to give you the best FPS, even on worse systems. Because if you play native resolution, you're rendering more pixels. You're going to have there's going to be tournaments where the PCs aren't going to be quite as good as you'd like. And
Yeah, but
you're going to notice that you'll notice the slight drops in FPS.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, right? But let's be
I think that's
honest here.
pro.
Like, the game has been out for so long. For you to get decent FPS, you don't need that insane of a computer anymore. Like, if you attend a tournament and there's bad FPS, generally it might just be that they're configured wrong.
Well, it depends. It depends also like what FPS, because for example, like you're gonna want it to be like locked, above 240. You just something around 300 is the ideal. Just it feels smooth, and also like for some players, it can get into your mind as well if you see that there's it's dropping a lot or fluctuating a lot, and you're gonna feel that it's gonna take you out of that flow state. For some people don't care about it. Some people actually don't care at all.
But some people actually have, like, for example, there's so many players that leaves NetGraph on, right? And you should never do that, because it's a mindset. Like, you die, and then all of a sudden you feel like you lied, or like I have loss, or my FPS or whatever. Like, it's an excuse, right? And now it's a trigger instead.
Yeah, I just like seeing the numbers, because I just like, I'm from Quake, man. The other thing too is I do agree though that, like, for example, I know that from my experience at least, I've played, back when I have played at different iterations, I've changed the res from the 4.3 black bars, although it was on a 4.3 CRT and all that kind of stuff. I've played on that on the top level, and then I've switched to native and played that on the top level. And I know loads of Quakers who've switched to the native just because it's less annoying. And for at least in Quake, like, no one really cares. Like, it's just preference. It's just pure preference. I've seen lots of players use lots of different things at a high level. Food, though, making some easy work of Elysian Twist, and United might be starting to get some momentum here. Nice couple kills coming in, and they'll finish things off quite quickly. Liquid just going for a rush. They lost those 2 players, and they immediately just kept the push going, and it was doomed, it seems. And United have gotten a couple rounds in a row now, so that's not a bad look. They still need to build some economy, but they can still make this a good half.
3-round lead for Team Liquid.
Liquid, I'm still happy here with this half, even if it ends up being 8-7.
Now they're on the brink of eco. Are they going to play a more respectful game, or... Well, you can see it starting to walk outside. No more rushes and so on. Things may be taken a little more seriously, in the sense that they will reduce the margin for eUnited to capitalize for free on information or something. Oh my god. Naf is back. He's back.
So we'll get the smokes outside now, and interesting. It's always an interesting spot for Moose, because you can get isolated and just not be in a position to help your teammates when you're in a position that's as deep as that. So Liquid going to go across his line of fire. Yes, they will. So he's going to be able to do something here. It's the first one. Oh, he goes out wide for the next kills. Surprised he didn't back away there to try to force them deeper, waste some more time. But either way, he gets a 1-for-1 and some information for his teammates. But the problem is that there's so much time left. Liquid could go upper still, or they could go down secret. And United don't have the players to spread too thin, but they're forced to.
He saw 3 players of 4 outside. Now, do you assume that the other player is most likely playing the anti-eco position to the left of where Cooper is, basically just beyond the entrance to the lobby? You can see the weird angle Naf is playing, maybe looking for an aggression from the CT side. With only one player, with any info missing from one player, perhaps you would feel inclined to push ramp or take a forward position, but again, could be very costly as well. That is quite a shot from Naflight. Now, does that pull players towards the A bomb site? There are 12 seconds to plant the bomb, but Food will get traded immediately. That was a chance come and gone, and that limits what Vanity can do in this situation. Again, this is a must-win round for Team Liquid, and they will win it very violently with 3 players surviving.
Yeah, that was a lot of headshots.
That was nice. Okay. So Liquid put a stop to the momentum immediately of eUnited. At least eUnited did get some enough, like they stored enough money to be able to get a good buy here, and obviously it's just going to be a struggle, you know, whichever way you look though. Liquid's, it feels like Liquid are kind of playing in a mode where they're playing quite loose now. They're feeling more comfortable. Moose takes down Nav, trying to jump down the vent again. Moose, this is scary stuff. If he jumps again, they will see his head over the smoke, but just like, I think Stu looked away when Moose jumped. Oh, okay, well that's a rip, isn't it? Surely. Oh, he's running back. Stewie doesn't push yet. He's actually survived all that.
Yeah, but Stewie, he can read those sound cues and realizes he has an opportunity, he has a window with which to move forward. Has Moose spotted him? I don't think so. So Stewie could win the round now. Needs to deal with this position. The timing is perfect. Vanity's taken down elsewhere. So Stewie's getting more sound cues. And I think the upper area is being conceded. He could even get 2 frags in this position. No one's going to be looking this way. He won't see the player on the other side of the silo, but he's looking for a second player somewhere. Surely there's another one. There we go. 1, 2, and that's the round over.
Oh!
You almost expect him to get it, but Cooper's got it instead. And Cooper's got a fast position. He might be able to get a good challenge in here. That's a nice chunk of nade damage. But there are nades straight back as well. Food is being covered for by Elige. So again, Cooper's in that horrible position where it's like, yep, got to save this. And away he goes. That was a great push from Stewie. You can see also that Elige got that kill. I think it was towards upper. And that actually, the player that would have challenged Stewie, that kill that Elige got distracted him. And he dropped down to the actual bomb site, giving Stewie a free 2k. So
that's great. That's a great example of the sound cues. You have to be aware of the sounds you're giving to your opponent. Running away. He had no idea where Stewie was, but all those sound cues just told Stewie he could just basically follow his path because he doesn't expect him to be anywhere near that close. Cooper manages to survive, but survival won't be enough in the 3rd map of this best of 3 series. One must succeed, must thrive. Money's a bit rough. Cooper's got an okay spawn, but where does he go with it?
okay, well, Liquid's looking really good for that 11-4 so far. They haven't really looked like they've been in trouble at any single point here. I would say Stewie's still definitely one of my favorite players to watch.
Door open by a teammate. Smart stuff. Oh, and there is the AWP. They have the information. An exchange. Cooper, got to be careful. Oh no, face first into the barbecue. A face only a mother could love.
Oh no.
Got to be careful, yeah, because Naf's eventually going to look towards that main position. Well, there's 1 frag in it for eUnited, and there's not much else to say.
Yeah, this is a little bit like the last map too. Kind of pacing of this. Just running over eUnited.
Yeah, this has been really difficult for United. Like you're saying, it was one of the worries too. How well are they gonna be able to play the seed side on this map? Especially when Liquid has just been having that money advantage the whole time. Really a nuisance here for United. We'll see if there's another fast round.
Nice. Well done by Naf, takes down Moose. And it just gets so... In positions like this too, when you're struggling for rounds and you feel like you're being outplayed, sometimes it's just really difficult just to hold position. Like, it feels like you have to push something, you've got to do something. And it becomes very predictable. And look at Elige go, he's so, so good.
3 players left for eUnited. Last round of the first half. Marky creeps. Barrel of a gun. Ahead. A frag. The rest of the team smoked out. Got to be careful with these tracers. He's low on bullets as well. He allows Stewie to focus on him. Free frag for Cooper, and the rest of Liquid make their way into the B bomb site. So they have utility for position. Twist has a smoke. And there are 2 up. Marky makes his way through. Nitro's deleting players around the control room and the double doors. And then there was Cooper. 1v3 with no defuse kit. An AWP, a hope and a dream, waiting for the smoke to go. A tiresome pursuit. Door is open. No spray from Naf. He'll be patient. Distraction being run. Time being wasted. Flashbangs, no less. Still no defuse kit. One frag. He knows the round is over, but he must pursue. Oh, there's a defuse kit, but the round is over now. 11-4 for Team Liquid on Nuke in the first half of the last map. The carnage will continue after the break, but who will it favour? We'll find out in a few minutes. It's my turn to not have my microphone turned on. Yeah, just enjoy your one. It's the only time it's going to happen today, yeah? So enjoy it.
It didn't happen first map too? First
Dan,
match, first
it's always Dan.
So for those of you that don't know about it, I did a podcast with Liege. We talked a lot about his performance and stuff that he focused on with his sports psychologist to improve his game and to help him become the best player in the world. And I think it's from like 25 minutes onwards we start getting into the weeds on that stuff. So check my Instagram if you want the link, DDK Esports. Enough plugging for now, as we will get the rush into the ramp position. And Liege will get shut down. Maybe you don't want to listen to the podcast now. We've got already Stewie in position on that lower bomb site. And it's like they've had a switcheroo here. Up towards the upper bomb site, they've gone with the bomb. Trying to play with Liquid's rotations, that's how you do it on this map. And United are looking really strong in this position. Stewie and Naf's got the dualies, man. I feel like the dualies are quite the disrespect move because it doesn't feel like they are in any way legit.
Well, on the CT side, if you're holding a position which might be rushed, then the dualies or a CZ or a 5-7, I think, are choices that can be made. So from a defensive position in a pistol round, they can be. But it's not the first time we've seen him with dualies. He's only good for the one. Yeah, we'll make sure he's dead.
So you guys are talking about the black bars and everything like that, and one other thing which is, it seems to be like a conventional choice, but it doesn't. I don't think it makes sense necessarily, whereas it is like people, DPIs and so on. What is your opinion on that? Because I've always, even since like 2005 or something, used like 1600, and I know Elige uses 1600 as well.
I mean, it is somewhat important, right? Like it's one of those things of 400. I would honestly say like I think 800 is like something people should use minimum, and that's coming from me. I use 400.
Yeah,
but
it should be whatever's native for the mouse, right? Theoretically.
Yeah, but then it's like super off, especially the Razer mice.
Yeah, that's why.
But you have, especially like the small movements and stuff like that. I mean, you do notice a difference for the people maybe that haven't tried it out. By just try and do like a super small like circle movement using 400 versus 800 versus 1600. It's obviously a very clear difference.
Whoops.
Indeed.
But it does feel so much different going from 400 to 800, even if you lower the sense, just from that alone.
In theory, if you use a faster sense as well, you want the DPI to be a bit higher.
But yeah, I mean, there's honestly no real positives of using lower DPI.
Yeah, it's one of those preference things again, I think.
I'm using
Isn't there one of the players that uses 125 hertz still?
Oh my god, was it? I don't know. But okay.
400 DPI and 125 hertz?
Yeah, your polling rate should be 1,000, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, the 125 is honestly, I mean, I get it why you use the 1.6 and stuff like that, but like, why would you use it in CSGO?
Move with the time.
That's ball mouse level. That's like what ball mouse would be working on effectively. So you should not be using that.
I was talking about since I'm making such a drastic change in my sensitivity, it's going up by almost half. I'm using it as a time to go back to a wireless mouse again, because with a different sensor, the same DPI, it's not the same. It's literally different. It's just not the same, and I refuse to accept that. So,
did you buy the new Logitech mouse then? If you
well, we don't talk brands because we have sponsors on the front of the screen, as you can see. Mr. Bad Behavior. But I've ordered some wireless mice which are in the post.
But speaking about no name brands,
right?
Wireless mice have really gone in terms of technology.
It's incredible.
Like it's actually playable now, compared to a few years ago. You know, like as a professional player, you would not really do that.
Oh no, God no, dude. When I didn't believe, because I did not believe in them whatsoever. And then when I heard Dazed singing the praises of wireless mice, I was like, if Dazed says it's legit, and I know how much of a stickler for performance he is, it's got to be legit. And so we get a drive-by from eUnited. Obviously, Team Liquid don't have much to work with other than what they carried through. But going down for that lower bomb side at eUnited. Can Liquid stop them? Don't think they have too much position to work with here. I'll give it a go. Twist is quite the demon with the CZ, 75. Keeps trying to work that little bit of metal. Stewie's found a position, but only good for so much. And 7-11 it is. There comes the buy. Double AWP straight away.
Ooh, on Nuke CT side.
Super interesting, actually. That is not a... That's not what people do.
No, not very commonly. You can do it. A little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
You know, there are plenty of spots you can stick it off here, but obviously not recommended to just keep on buying that.
Yeah. We'll see how they use it. Stewie towards ramp and Snap towards outside, so pretty common spots. And here comes a quick push. Stewie's in trouble. Doesn't have too much to stop this. Stewie is going to be really pressed. Oh, wow, can't even get a shot off. Great headshot comes in from Vanity there, speeding things up. Double AWPs perhaps not working out against this kind of a move from eUnited. They've nailed it. They will force Nitro back. They got space to plant the bomb. And they are looking good here. Liquid don't have money, so I would not even be too surprised if Liquid lose a player quickly here. They may decide to save this, see what they can try to do. That is stunning though from Twist. Precise shot. But they are locked out of this, it looks like. For now at least. Elige has found position to control. Oh no, the mouse bug. Yeah, the scroll jump. Yikes. Naf's last man standing, trying to make this one work. They are really wasting his time though. There comes the peak. Oh, Naf gets hit. But again, he doesn't have time to go for this. They did damage at least, but it will be Liquid on the eco next rounds.
Nice round by eUnited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that on Mirage. Liquid did the same thing about, you know, keeping check on economy, knowing that Liquid's not going to have a lot of utility this round, and especially now when Stewie ends up having an off on ramp. eUnited's call there to just rush ramp was really smart.
The police think there's potentially a bomb outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So our building might get evacuated. They close off the street outside. They think there's like a bomb squad on the way.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if it was a bomb, but that's what they're doing at the moment. So they might come and tell us to go away. So just for you guys at home, so from the Twitter of the Santa Monica Police activity due to a suspicious package on 3rd Street Promenade. Stay away from the area. Those on the promenade, please evacuate the area and follow all instructions, blah, blah, blah. Bomb squad en route. Please stand by for more information.
Fair enough. Is it right down here?
Yeah.
At least we're on the...
Yeah, it is literally outside.
Perfect.
We're a few floors
then,
up.
We're just living Counter-Strike, aren't we?
Maybe it'll be some burst eardrums, but you know.
Oh, we're
It's
wearing
like listening to
headsets at least.
Slipknot, but just like louder volume.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like this would be this glass that gets the shockwave on us. It would be your first line of...
I've
seen
the bomb squad at an airport before in America. I think they were just doing a drill, but the stuff they wear is pretty interesting. But that's quite the task.
Well, you look like the Michelin Man almost, right? Little gadget.
well,
Kind of.
that's rather
Oh.
disconcerting information. Thank you, James.
Well, I think the police are telling us to go. Okay. Yeah. The police.
Oh, okay.
We have to go. So cheers for tuning in, and we'll see you hopefully in the next broadcast. Keep an eye on Twitter. We'll tell you if it's a bomb or not. Ciao.